My name is Rob Parks. I'm the co-founder of a business called Service Robotics, and Service Robotics was launched to help tackle the epidemic of loneliness we have in the UK by offering a companion service using robots and other future technologies such as artificial intelligence. The Genie Connect solution consists of three elements. We have the tabletop robot, which you can see here. The robot is capable of engaging with the user in a friendly, chatty way using natural language voice recognition. So you can talk to it just like you would talk to anybody else, and it will understand and respond to the things you're saying. They may be questions and they may be requests for information. The second element of the solution is the care center. So Genie Connect isn't just a robot, it is a portal through which the user can access human companionship and human contact. It does this very simply, like everything with Genie Connect, it's voice activated. So you would say, Genie, call the care center, and then on the screen of Genie you would have a two-way conversation with a care operator who was trained to deal with your concerns or your requests, and who was equipped with the information they need to be able to understand enough about your background to be relevant and to be able to engage fully. And the third element to the solution is a software partner called Remind Me Care, who offer an amazing software solution that is designed to prevent cognitive decline using memory stimulation and reminiscence therapies, and is deeply personalized to the user and connects the user with a circle of carers that consists of their family and their friends and maybe their medical and caring professionals, and through this circle allows dedicated content and personalized content to be delivered. For example, Genie may say to the user, Margaret, would you like to see the latest pictures of your grandchildren at the weekend? Or Margaret, would you like to look at the pictures of your trip to London last year? So the content is there because it's uploaded by the family and friends, and the AI engine behind the robot understands enough about the user to be able to bring it at the right moment. In the UK there are 3.8 million people over the age of 65 who live alone, and we have a loneliness epidemic in this country. Some would say a crisis, in that 1 million people in the UK say they are either sometimes or always lonely. And furthermore, I think there's been a lot of research about the effects of loneliness, and several of the age-related charities have come up with some amazing statistics that tell us that loneliness can be as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day in terms of its impact it has on your health. Because it's not just a question of feeling lonely isn't just a frivolous problem, it's a mental health issue, and when people are lonely they don't take care of themselves, and there are many knock-on effects. So we need this solution to alleviate the loneliness problem, but also one of the impacts of loneliness is that people feel they can't live independently. Most UK older adults want to live independently, but if they're lonely they don't feel they can. So we need a solution that enables them to have that independence, to live in the later stages of life, to move into a new phase of life with dignity and autonomy, and to live independently, which is what everybody wants to do. The knock-on effect of the loneliness epidemic in this country is a drain on resources in terms of GPs and in terms of hospital admissions. And not only hospital admissions, but the inability to discharge people from hospital who are medically fit but don't have the resources or the systems at home that will allow them to be safe. Whilst Genie Connect isn't a universal solution to that problem, it will help that problem, because the solution will offer connectivity and support and a direct route for older adults who are maybe feeling vulnerable after a hospital stay. They have a solution that allows them to connect easily using a voice command with their group of carers. So another thing that we're seeing is the huge number of unnecessary GP visits, many of which are driven by loneliness motives. And Genie Connect, in the roadmap that we have designed for this solution, is offering a way in the future of remote consultations with GPs. So this can either be driven by the GP or it can be driven by the need. So a user can perhaps say to Genie, I'm not feeling well, I'd like to speak to my doctor, and through the system there will be a negotiation, a digital negotiation with the surgery, and the outcome of that will be perhaps a brief face-to-face video conference with the doctor. So the solution is designed to support all of those things, but also to help to alleviate the unnecessary drain on resources. Many people are concerned that robots in general are going to take people's jobs, but the truth of the matter is that the kind of things that robots will be doing will not be the things that humans will be doing. In the case of Genie Connect, we've spoken to many care providers, both domiciliary care providers and in residential environments, who've said to me that rather than being concerned that Genie would do something that would replace them, they see a huge opportunity to deliver better care with the scarce resources they have. So in a scenario where you have a 30-minute care appointment where somebody is visiting and maybe helping with a particular task, that person now has the ability through the Genie system to make that visit more effective because of the knowledge they have of the person, and to feel that after the visit there is a follow-up path that can be easily accessed, again through a voice command. It's true that older adults in general are less likely to embrace new technology as the people that we would call digital natives, because in fact older adults are the natives and they're analog. So I think it's our responsibility to develop solutions that are technology transparent to the older adults of the UK, and not to have to force them to use technology or an app or a phone that they've said they don't want to. So we developed a system that we think is completely transparent in terms of technology, because the user can just speak to it. Of course, many people say to us robots can never really truly replace human companionship, and they're right. But most of us have had a scenario where we've returned to an empty house and just having the TV or the radio on gives us some comfort. One step better than that is perhaps having a digital companion that we can speak to and interact with. But that's not really how we're going to alleviate loneliness. The Genie Connect solution is designed to be the portal for each user to connect with real humans, either through the care centre or just by a voice command asking Genie to call their son or daughter or friend or carer. So there will be a video interaction, a live video interaction with whoever they choose to speak to. So the Genie solution is a way of providing human companionship and not just a robot assistant. We started our business in August 2017 and have received seed funding from the British Robotics Seed Fund, which has enabled us to do much of our software integration and to develop the solution to the stage it is today, which is a demonstrable solution. The next phase for us is to move forward to a pilot phase. So we are going to pilot 150 robots in the homes of people in the UK. To do this, we are launching a crowdfunding campaign which will be in December, and that will allow us to conclude this pilot and lead us into a commercial phase of operation, which will be in Q2 or Q3 in 2019. So next summer you'll start to see Genie Connect launched in the houses of everyday people. We're very fortunate to have some great partners in the Genie Connect solution. In terms of software, we have Remind Me Care, which is a wonderful solution to prevent cognitive decline through reminiscence and memory stimulation. But beyond that, we have the Bristol Robotics Laboratory, which is co-located in the same building as our offices. And we're also working really closely with a lot of stakeholders in care groups, big care groups, age-related charities. We're working very closely with one English county council who have said to us they want to be part of the trial for Genie Connect, and that's a really positive step because that means they can already see how this could have a positive impact on the loneliness they're experiencing in their particularly rural council, but also how they can deliver value to the council taxpayers of their county. So in terms of engagement, we have had some wonderful discussions with some of the really big organisations in the press, because robotics and AI is a hot topic. When you combine that with one of the greatest problems in our society, which is that of our aging population, then you have a lot of interest from all sides. So we're working with a lot of big organizations that are stakeholders in this whole aging society and robotics orbit. We're launching the Genie Connect service in the summer of 2019 following a pilot project of 150 robots. We will launch the solution with a partner such as a big care group or a big local authority or perhaps even an insurance company or a business with interests in smart home integration. In line with Matt Hancock's vision of a tech future and the way that digital solutions will be integrated into health technologies and care technologies, Genie Connect is in a perfect position because it's a solution that allows for a reduction in the drag on resources for both health and care environments. For example, Genie Connect is a solution that will enable people to be discharged from hospital potentially earlier than they could have. There are many people who cannot be discharged from hospital because they are not because they are medically unfit, but because they don't have the support systems at home that will allow them to live independently and safely. And whilst Genie Connect isn't a solution for all of those people, it is part of the solution, and we believe it will have a significant impact on the ability of hospitals to discharge people at the appropriate moment. In addition to that, we have a roadmap that feeds very much into the remote consultation theme that we're seeing, in that many GP visits are unnecessary and in fact are driven by loneliness or isolation type issues. With Genie Connect, we can circumvent that completely by using Genie Connect system to set up appointments that can be delivered on the face of the robot in a two-way video call with the GP. This is a technology that is starting to gain traction already. Genie Connect is a portal, is a solution, an ideal solution through which we can deliver those kind of capabilities.